it kicked off in December 2006, I think, in a meeting that was held down at the holiday parks, and it was hosted by the Environment Agency and the District Council, and that was when they presented to a small number of people there this project that they had to do a mandatory alignment and also to withdraw funding for a lot of the coastal offences in the Selsey area, which would have meant 28 homes being lost and many hundreds of homes being lost over time. So the few people that went to that meeting, there were only about 20 odd people there, were pretty much aghast at that and kicked up a huge fuss at the meeting to make sure the consultation went on a bit longer than had been planned by the Environment Agency. And then I sort of printed off some leaflets and went round knocking on doors along the coastline, saying to people this was going to happen unless we did something. So did people want to get together and do something about it? And a few people, core people, said, yeah, we've got to do something about that. So they started helping me, and it all sort of burgeoned from there. And within a couple of months, SOS had coming on close to 1,000 members, which is sort of 10% of the community. So it all kicked off then.
Oh, okay, that's excellent. You went from a small group to a large group in a very short time.
Well, yeah, that's because the level of threat was so high and the time scale was so short. So it really made people think, God, we've got to do something about this. And really at the time, yes, we had to do something about it. The district council, I mean, there's probably three councils locally. There's the county council. They really didn't take much interest in the whole matter, at least initially. The district council, which are the coastal operating authority along with the Environment Agency on part of the coastline, they were pretty much going along with what the Environment Agency was saying, because often in these matters the Environment Agency is the senior partner, if you like. I mean, they don't say that, but they're the ones who handle funding for coastal defence too. And the town council were really along with everyone else. This was news to them. So the district council was pretty much going along with the Environment Agency plans at that time, which would have been disastrous for Selsey, and I think disastrous for the district council too. And the response we got from the local district councillors at the time was not to respond to our emails. So unfortunately for them, there was a local election coming up in that May, and so we decided to put up 5 candidates as independents, supported by SOS, to stand against the sitting councillors. And actually 2 of us got elected, which was unheard of really in the area, for the local Tory members to be unseated by some independents. That was myself and a chap called Fred Robertson, and we're still district councillors now for the south part of Selsey. Though we are now members of the Tory party, so that's a different story. But that shocked them deeply, so that meant that helped us enormously moving forward from there. That was in the Medbury area. They never obviously said they wanted to let 28 homes go, but they said that the repercussions of what they were doing would mean that these homes would be lost. And that included the hamlet of Ham, which is out to the west of Selsey, and some homes around the Bun Leisure area. And in fact, one of their plans showed that they build their defences right through the Bun Leisure site, which would have been disastrous for Selsey's economy. So basically it was a plan that any sane person living in Selsey would say no to, but we had to form a campaign group and come up with some cogent reasons why it shouldn't go ahead in that form, and take action like the action of getting elected, so that the local politicians started to take note.